I think the FY23 budget is probably one of the best budgets that we have produced in a number of years. And one of the reasons that I say that, I believe the budget needs to be written from the ground up. What I mean by that is from the people. What are the needs throughout the state? This budget addressed our fire departments. We've had a lot of fires in western Oklahoma, so we made sure that our fire departments are going to be funded. This budget addressed public safety. It's been a number of years since our Highway Patrol have received raises, and our academy, our Highway Patrol Academy, has been fully funded. When I'm in the district, people are asking about public safety, and this budget addressed those particular needs. Some of the most vulnerable in our society, those that have been on the waiting list for years, some 12, 13 years. This year we appropriated $32.5 million to end the waiting list in Oklahoma. I've had more calls on that particular item than I have on any other call in the budget. It just simply says, thank you for what you've done this year because you've made a difference in our lives. That's what the legislature by Constitution is supposed to do in writing the budget, is to address the needs of the people of Oklahoma. It's not about money, it's about people. And we want to be able to address those needs. We talk about mental health in Oklahoma. And we, this year, put more money into mental health. We're putting it into more beds in Veneta. We're putting it into our veterans. Our number one issue when we look at the state of Oklahoma coming out of the pandemic is mental health. I've had meetings this last week with mental health providers, with law enforcement, and even this morning dealing with DHS. That is still our number one issue. This budget addressed some of those deficits in mental health as we move forward. So it's about the people of Oklahoma. When we look into our teacher workforce, this budget dealt with that by adding another $17 million in higher ed to bring more teachers into the pipeline, because we need those in public education. And so the FY23 budget, we listened to the people of Oklahoma. Our subcommittee chairs did a great job in both the House and the Senate, coming together and say this is where we want to be. It's also a fiscal conservative approach. We ended the year with about $3 billion that we have right now at our disposal. A lot of people say that's a lot of money, and it is. But when you deal with a $30 billion year budget, and that's what Oklahoma deals with, we've got about 10% in savings. And so what family out there would say, hey, we've got 10% of our income in savings, we need to start giving it away? We look at our future, and our future is going to be challenging. And I think the state of Oklahoma is poised very well for our future as we move forward to make sure we're able to continue the services that Oklahoma wants. Over the next few weeks, I hope to go through line by line and explain the different categories of the budget. But just be reassured, it's a budget that is produced by the representatives of the people who have done their constitutional duty to take care of the needs of Oklahoma.